Hello, this is Dipsan Thapa, and this is my demo for the OOP assignment. Start from the requirement 1. LV graphics structure is properly added in the project. It is properly added in the project. Here you can see in the reference library LV graphics structure is added. Project contains main class .java that sets up LV graphics correctly by extending LV graphics, or you have moved on and done this in total graphics.java and you have made an object in main class. So I've done everything in total graphics. Total graphics will extend the LVO graphics. Main class will extend total graphics. I've created a main method that this is like an instance of class that extends total graphics. The main use of main class is to create a frame for the program. It also calls about method at first. I will see this later. Um, I've done this, yes. Correctly call the LV graphics about method and total animation is displayed. Show your code and show it running. So I've called about method when the frame is first initialized or when the program is first um, run. So about method is properly added. So there is this override method by about in here, which is absolutely which calls the animation. Super.about calls the animation from LVO graphics and shows it in the frame. If I run this file right here, this class right here, this will show the OOP animation. This is because of about method right here and about method right here, so it works properly as intended. This is done, yes. Main class at Java as main method which creates an object of total graphics, and then other processing is done from this object. So this in your project, yes, I have done that. And main class has a main method and a main class which extends main class which extends total graphics and creates a frame. And yes, total graphics at Java is responsible for all of the further processing that is done. So you can see from here, every command is processed by this switch statement and particular method for that particular statement. We'll see this later. The about method is called an OOP animation appears when the user types about in the text field or clicks OK. So this in your code and show the total animation. So first, let's see in the code. In the code, this the process command method is responsible for handling commands. This validates if the command is true or not. If the command is true, it is transferred to this switch statement, in which a case every possible command has its own cases, and every cases calls their own particular methods right here. uh, with method calling, it also displays methods. It also displays messages such as here you can see about information is displayed, pen is up now. So every possible command has its own particular method that is called when user types in the command. And you can see the about method is right here, total graphics, and about method is right here. It also shows some other messages such as total graphics by this one, and then it will show a pop-up message after the animation is shown. Now let's see the animation further. So I'll clear this so that we can see it more clearly. If I type in about, everything validates, and about method which is super.about is called, and the animation is displayed right here. After the animation is displayed, there also shows some information like total graphics and everything else. This is the requirement 1. We've done everything from the requirement 1. Now let's move on to the requirement 2, command support. Command can be case insensitive. All command must be typed in the text field provided by the graphics. Before you start ticking boxes, show the code where the program processes commands and show how it processes parameters. Command must be typed into the text field. And yes, you should show one commands of the fixable sum. Okay, so this is I guess it's clear till now that all the command is handled through process command method right here, process command method. Everything is handled. um, it checks if if it is null or not, if there is if there is parameters or not. So let's check. For example, this is the case for turning left. It requires parameters, and each parameter handling is done in its own method. So we'll see this later. Everything is done in its own method. Every error handling for a particular command is done in its own method. um, Program processes and commands. So how it processes parameter, we'll see how it processes parameter in upcoming in further requirements. But this is how it processes the command. It processes via process command method. It trims, and if it is empty, if it is empty, it trims the white line. If it is empty, it shows an error, and everything like that. So the first one is, we'll move on to the other requirements right now. So the first one is pen down command working. We'll see if it work in a moment. Show it in your code. So when user types pen down, it refers to this draw on method, which is inherited from LVO graphics. So this obviously works. Pin down is used so that if user types pen down, then he can start drawing in the canvas. So this is really important, and I've actually done this right here, you can see. So the draw on method is called. Move command works. You can tick if this works with or without a parameter. Show your code, and then show the turtle moving in response to the user typing move. If you can also input a parameter, tick this and move on to the next question. So move commands work properly. I can obviously input parameters in here. Again, process command, it gives to the switch statement, and when user types in move, it goes to the handle move move method right here. So if I search this right now, it will take us to this command right here. So this is the method that is used to move the turtle around our canvas. So uh, so here are the error handling part. For example, if the parameter is null, then it shows a particular error. Also, it shows how to use this command properly. If the integer is in negative, then it also shows some error. um, so this in your code and moving response user typing move. If you can also input a parameter, take this move command. So this is going to sort total by move 100. So I'll show you how total moves by 100. So pin down works from this command right here. Pin down actually works, and now you can see how it works. So if I type move 100, so first I need to choose the color of the pen. So I'll type the basic red color, and if I type move 100, this will move by 100 units, and also a message is shown right here, move forward by 100 units. This shows that the command is working properly, the application is working properly. Reverse command works. You can tick this if it works with or without the parameter. So this in a code, and so the turtle moving in response to user typing reverse. The turtle must be pointing in the same direction as it was before the command was ended. I can tick this if or the next parameter. The reverse command works, but we'll first read this also. So reverse command works with the parameter and can be moved by the turtle by the amount typed. So in your code, and so the turtle moving by the reverse 100. So in the code, this is same as previous. So let me see. Let me go to the case switch statement, and when user types in a reverse. So when the user types reverse, it goes to this method right here, handle reverse command, and it expects a parameter. So if this work, so if I type it without parameter, it will throw an error. So for example, reverse only, it will throw an error. and the error message says missing parameter for reverse, uses reverse and then distance. So it is saying the uses is by typing reverse and then a particular distance you want to reverse it through. So if I go into this method right here, it has all of these things. This is the error that we just saw when the parameter is null. Parameter is null. In here you can see this phrase is int, and then the distance, and if the distance is less than 0, it will also throw an error which is distance must be a positive number. We'll see this by reverse and the minus 100 will also throw an error, distance must be positive. This is the same error that I have typed in right here. This is also working. So if I typed in as it is commanded by as it said, so which is reverse 100, so this will move it to its initial position, which is reverse 100. It will go back to its initial position. Now the next thing is next command works. You can take this if it works with or without parameter, so you need code and take. So this left command also needs a parameter. So if I typed it without parameter, it will say missing parameter for left, uses left degrees. So this works as same as our other parameters. So if I go into the process command right here and search for the left, it will go on to handle left command. If I find this and if I go to its method right here, it has its own parameters, or it has its own statement to handle error. First is obviously being missing parameter for left, which is if we didn't type any parameters. The second one is parameter for a left must be a number, example left 90. If a user types something like left A, for example, left only does not work. We have already seen this. If user types left left OO or left A, then it also throws an error. Now the main method, the main thing that is working in the left command is this line right here, which is left and then degrees. So degree is the parameter that user inputs. For example, if user inputs left 90, the 90 is the degree that we are talking about, and this parameter right here comes from from the LVO graphics. Obviously this helps in turning this turtle into a particular degree that is typed right here. So if I see it says left command works, this works. So in the code, tick and move to the next question if you input the. So left command works. We've already seen the command. Command works the parameter and can be rotated the total by amount of speed. So your code then show total moving by typing left 90. So first we need to type left 90. So if I type left 90, it will go on to the it will turn by 90 degrees. Then type move 100. So let's type move by 100 and it will move by 100. Now the next command is right command works. Right command works, you can tick this if it works with or without parameter. So your code, tick and move to the next question if you can input a parameter. Right command works the parameter and can be rotated the total by the amount typed. So your code, so the total moving turn at 90 degree and move by 100. So so this works as the same as other methods that I've already shown. When user types in right and then a parameter, so right and then a parameter, it triggers this this right here, this method right here. If I find this method right here down, it so this is the parameter that handles the right command with validation. This is for validation. It shows if there is a missing parameter. For example, if I only type right, it will throw an error. Also if I typed some unnecessary command such as write A, this will also throw an error. So for write command to be valid, it has to be a positive integer. So what it says that, so your command to turn right 90 degree and then move 100. So I can do that. So if I type right 90 and then move 100, then this works very properly as intended. pen up command working, type pen up and then write 90 and move. If all is working parameters, you should see an n shape with a total on the bottom left and pointing. So the pen up command also works as intended. It is not set to show, but so it so the pen up command works from so the pen up command. So here you can see the pen up command is used when we don't want to draw anything. So it is as same as pen down. So the pen down works when we want to type something, sorry, we want to draw something in our canvas. The pen up works if we don't want to draw anything. So this works properly. So the indication is pen up and then 90. So I'll do as intended. So I'll write pen ups. Pen is now up. This shows the feedback which is pen is now up. This shows that we are working, the command is working properly, right? And then turn right 90. So I can do that, right 90, move 100. So let's see, move 100, and this works. If all is working properly, you will see n say parameter with the total on the bottom left pointing left. So the total is at bottom left pointing left, and this works and it looks like an n. So this works properly. At least 4 color command such as the red command working, so it working by typing pen down, then red, move 100, the total should move further left and draw a red line. So all of your colors, show all 4 of your colors array. So um, let's see all 4 of the colors. So first I will show in the code. So here is the color options. So the first one is black, but this is pretty much unnecessary as our canvas background is also black, but we can change the canvas background, which is handy when we set the color black. Further that we have more color, we have a lot of color. So first one is green. We'll start from the red. So we can do is pen down and then we can select the color by selecting it to red. We can move 100 and then what we can do is that I can go to right 90 degrees and then I can move right here and now I can change my color. So I can turn it to green. So I can turn it to green. I can then move 100 units further. I don't know why this is not working. So I can turn this to white. So oh sorry I have not, oh, right, 180. So now if I go to pen down green, then I can move this by 100. So the green color was showing, so I forgot to lower the pen, so that was the problem. Now I can rotate this by 90 degrees, sorry, write it by 90 degree, and then I can select another color. I'll select white. So white, and then I can move 100 degrees, 100 units. So this works. So there are 3 colors. Now the last color is blue. So I can rotate this further, sorry, right 90 degrees, and I can select the color which is blue. So I can select the pen color to blue, and then now I can move 100 units. So this is the demonstration of different colors. This works. These are the 4 colors, red, green, white and blue. And show it in your code. So in the code there are different there is this method called set paint color. So if I find this right here, this is the method right here. So new color, and so color, new color. So there are different colors which I can choose from, which we've already seen. There are colors like pink, cyan, and then orange, purple, yellow and blue, and everything triggers this this method right here, which is new color, and then a display message will be shown, which is paint color set to RGB, red, green, blue, or whatever there is, or whatever it is selected. There is also this thing called as reset all, and there is also this thing called as default paint color. So the default paint color is always red, and there is also a default paint width, um, which is obviously 1 right here. This is set at the beginning of the code. So this was for the colors. um, the command processing is from obviously from the same method further, from beginning. The clear command is working, so your code, and so it clear the display. The totals will be on the far left of a clear display. So um, I moved the total forward and here, so I don't know if this works, but the clear command works properly. And before I clear, it also shows this type of things, so, a warning message saying the current image is not saved, do you want to save it before clearing? So I won't save this right now. So this works properly. Now the next is reset command working. Type right, then move 100, so a line is drawn, and then type reset. The totals will be pointing down, show your code. Okay, so the reset command works properly. So I'll just do what it says. Type right, then move 100. So if I go to the right 90, I will turn right 90, and then if I go to move 100, so this will draw a line and everything will be seen. I guess I'll also sorry, left 90 and move 100. So now the turtle position is right here. If I typed reset, it will come back to its initial position. So return center position, point down, show this in your code. So it is pointing down in the initial position. Requirement 3, okay, so the requirement 2 is properly completed. Now goes to the requirement 3. So the first one is reports invalid commands. Type xxx and it should report that it is an invalid command. So the code and so redirect an invalid command. So the first thing is, I'll show this in my code. So invalid commands is processed in here by this call as so error dialog. So this is the main command, that main method that works when we when we write something, something that is invalid. um, it also reports them to the user. So this this is what works. So if I go right here, this is not the one that works. There are different error dialogues that shows up. So this is the one which works when we type something that is not that is not a valid command. So this works right here. um, uh, Here a default case gives the error reporting, which is so error dialog invalid command. So this is the one that works when there is an error command. Error command is when these cases don't match up properly. So if let's say if user want to type exit, and if the spelling is like exit, and if user types eixt, which is wrong, spelling, then it shows the default message, which is also the error dialog. So in the code I can show this by typing this message right here. Invalid command, type help for a list of commands. So this is working properly on the default statement. Error messages are in almost every parameters. If we type right 000, this is also an error message. If we type move 00, this is also an error message. So the error handling is done very well in this project, in my project. Detects a valid command with missing parameter, type move with no parameter, it will report there is so in your code and so it running. So the move, so when we type move and then something invalid, it triggers the error right here. So sorry, so it says move with no parameter, so move with no parameter will trigger this if statement and this error dialog will be shown. So if I type move and then an error and then something like this, it will show an error message right here, like this works. Detects a valid command with missing parameter, type move with no parameter, it will report. So we've done this. Detects non-numeric parameter, type move xxx and with a non-numeric parameter and it will report the missing parameter. So we record and so how it handles. So I guess I've done the same thing. One second, I'll do this again. So move and then this is working and it tries to explain to the user that this is not the right command. You can type move 100 and then they can use it. So this also does that. Bounce parameter, for example, um, um, you could show that you can't move the total of the screen, make it wrap into other side, and so you can pass negative number excessively large numbers. So it record and so program reporting the user. So the program ensures the total cannot move off the screen or handle excessively large or negative numbers. So the case for bound checking is somewhere uh, it will show something like move out of bounds. So this is the bound checking. So this is the actual checking parameters. It works with it works with the handle move command and also it works with backward command, or sorry, reverse command. So both has their own bounds checker. So if a user types excessively large number in let's say move command, so move 10,000 will also throw and bound error message. So I can type in like move and then 10,000. This obviously is excessively large number which my program can't process. So it will say move out of bound, the total cannot move off the screen. Now if I also type reverse 10,000, which is also excessively large number, it can process this large number, then it will show again an error saying reverse out of bound, the total cannot move off the screen. So both of them works properly. This is the bound parameter that we are talking about. The requirement 3 is properly completed. Now comes the requirement 4, which is saving and loading. The save commands works to save an image. Draw something with the command show your code, draw something and save it, open the image in paint package. Okay, I could do this. So let's draw some simple lines, such as let's say um, move 100 and sorry, was 100. So this is a basic, this is something I know what I've done, but I'll try to save this command. So first we'll see via the command and then we'll see the code. So if I type so when I type save image, uh, sorry, so if I type in save and then save image, it has to be with a space, but I forgot that. So if I type save image and if I click on OK, it will show this pop-up. So this is actually my file system that in my computer. So if I go into a particular function, let's say if I go into right here in the practice and if I save this, sorry, I have to give a file name. So I can do like image1 and then it will save into the png file type. So if I type and save, it will say image saved as image1.png. You can see right here. I can open this in file explorer, and if I double click this, this will open up the image that we have drawn right here. So this is the same image and same everything. The code that works for saving image um, is save image method. So if I type in save IMACE, so this is the code block that is used to save the image. um, so everything that is done by the file chooser, and then the save dialog title, that is save image, which is the dialog title that shows up when we type save image. There are also different error handling processes. For example, the first thing is that image.io, right? This saves the format name of the the file. If the image is saved true, it will trigger this. It will trigger this right here, the display message which says image is saved to, and then the file.get name, which is the file name that we have put already put in the in the box when you save the image. So this is the private method that works for saving the image, and it works perfectly every time. Yes, I could save the image. Load command works. Clear the screen and then open up your image on the turtle display. Show in your code, draw something and save it. Clear the screen and then open up your image on the turtle display. So I can do that. So if I try clear, and then if I go to reset the position, and let's see, let's just let's load the previously saved image. So if I type load image, no, and then if I go here in the Java practice, and here is the file that we saved earlier, and this is the file that we did saved, and also there is a feedback that says image loaded from image1.png. And for the code part, this works from load image function right here. So this is what is working to load the image from our file and everything. And mostly it is the function of the file chooser, and we have to load image and everything else, and it shows in the canvas. So I can actually import any other file, such as, let's say, load image. It doesn't have to be turtle graphics file, so I can quite literally download anything and I can show it my uh, in the canvas. So I have this wallpaper right here, so I can also import this, and I can also draw on this. So sorry, pen down, and now I can like move on it, so this will draw perfectly. This works absolutely well. Saves all the command previously typed as text file. So in your code, draw something and save commands. So in command text editor, so what I can do is reset this file. I can clear the screen. And now what I'll do is I'll just create a simple square. So what I'll do is I'll select a pen color, and then I'll select I'll put the pen down, right? And now I'll move it by 100. We'll go on right 90 degrees, and then move again by 100, and then again right 90 degrees, and then move again by 100. Go to right 90 and move by 100. So this we have created a simple square. Now what I'll do is I will save this command. So if I type save commands, I will go on to select and practice. So what I'll do is that I'll just save this by sq commands, which is simply like square commands. So if I save this, now what I'll do is that I'll clear the file now, and then I'll reset it. Now what I'll do is that I'll load the command. oh sorry, load commands. Current commands are not saved, we want to save them first. No. Now what I'll do is that I'll go to Java practice and the txt file is saved. Now if I open this, no. Okay, so I guess this will. So the first thing is load command works. Clear the screen, open up your image on the total display. So your code does something, save it, and clear the screen, and then open up your image in the total display. This we have already done. Now this next one is save all command previously typed as text file. So it in your code does something, and then so I mistakenly closed this file, but I'll run this again. Uh, so if I do this again, so let's say first what I'll do is that I'll clear this thing. So let's clear first, and then let's try to draw a simple square. And then what we'll do is that we'll save all of the commands in the text file, and then we'll again load them and see if it works or not. So if I type in a pen color, and then what I'll do is that I'll set the pen down. So I'll set the pen to the pen down, and what I'll do is that I'll move it by 100 units, and then right by 90 degrees, move again by 100, right by 90, move by 100, oh, sorry, move by 100, right 90 degrees, move by 100. Now what I'll do is that I'll save this file. So save, command, save commands is basically what helps to save the commands. So if I type, I will save this in document file. So what I can do is that I'll just do it like command commands. It will save in .txt file. So here it says command save to the command.txt. Now what I'll do is that I'll reset this and clear the canvas. No. Now what I'll do is that load commands. So load commands, want to save them first? No. And now I will open the command.txt, open the file. Do you want to clear the command history? Yes. No. And now this will also show progress, and here you can see the same square is drawn again. So this works perfectly fine. We can obviously do a lot of things, like we can draw a shape, and then we can save the command, and we can do it again in future. A part of this we can see in the code where it is done. So the function that sorry, the method that uses a load command is load commands, obviously. And if I go to the main function right here, this is private void load commands, and this is what it is used to load commands. So if commands are not saved, you can see this will display, and everything works from this. Everything works from this statement right here. This is what it is used to save and load commands in our graphics program. The next is loads a text file of commands and execute them. Use the command save in the previous section. So your code draw something and save commands, clear the image, run the image. You may want to use the text area so that user can pass the commands, but you still have to pass through the text field. You can think the console. We have already done this. We have already done the same thing. So what I did was I created a square, save the commands, and again load it, and we already saw the square. A warning is displayed somewhere if the current image is not saved and the display is not affected until the user answers. So in your code, draw something and then try to clear and answer the warning. So So the first thing is that we drawn something. So this is a square, and let's try to clear it. So if we try to clear it, it will show a dialog box, sorry, the warning box, which says unsaved changes. The current image is not saved. Do you want to save it before clearing? And if I type no, it will just clear it and won't I won't care about anything. If I click on yes, it will show me the same file system that we've seen before, and I have to type the name and everything in order to do it, in order to save it. So now I've created no, the display is cleared. So if I go to move right by 90 degrees, move 100, and then if I try to clear this, it will again show the error message. So I'll just type right, and I'll just try to reset this. So this is working properly. A warning is displayed using a GUI dialog box if the current image is not saved, and the display is not affected until the user answers. So this code, draw something and try to clear the something and the warning. So we've already seen the warning right here. So if I typed again, if I move by 100, sorry, so I have to select the rate and then pin down, and then if I go to reverse by 100, this will if I try to clear this will obviously show a GUI based error. um, the next is requirement 5, which is inheritance. Now override the about method so that it still does the same dance, but appends a message that contains your name, so it in your code, and so the new about method working. I've done this, the override. So it is in the beginning. So if I go to the beginning, right here, yeah, here, the public void about. So this is what it is. Now how it works is that the first thing it does is calls the super about, which is the base behavior or the base animation that we see, and the J option pane right here, so message dialog, this shows the message right here. The first thing this shows is the total graphics by Divsantava and OOP assignment. So if I typed in about method, so this works properly. This will show, first it will show an animation, and then it will show the message that we've added. This is the custom message that I'm talking about, and total graphics animation by Divsant OOP assignment. This is the custom animation, the custom message that displays. The second is implemented a square length command. Turtles will wander around the edge of the square and then return to its original position. So it working. So it in your code how you did this. So this works properly. First we'll see in our command right here. So if I type square and then 100, it will create a square based on 100 unit. So the relevant code for this is I guess it is somewhere around handle. So when user types square and then a parameter, this case right here, which is square, triggers this method right here, which obviously asks for a parameter. And if I find this right here, if I go to this is the main method that is used when we create a square. So it also has everything like move command has, such as the parameter handling, which is the missing parameter, or if the integer is if the integer is negative. So this is the main method that works, which is draw a square, and it also asks for the integer of size, and size is the parameter that we provide after typing your square and then a number. This is the integer that we're talking about, and this particular this right here draws the square properly. After drawing, there is also a message that displays which is drew a square with size, and the size will be the properly. So here you can see what I've done is that what the feedback is that drew a square with size 100. So this is also working properly. Next one is a pen. red green blue command takes three parameters, one for red, one for green, and one for blue to make an RGB color. This should be subject to full error checking, but it is enough to report only the parameters and invalid and not associated with the parameters. So this contains so the pen command working and create three different colors. So the pen command works properly. So if I type in the command right here, so if I go in and type, let's clear this at first and let's reset the position so that I can show it more properly. If I go here and typed in an RGB color, so I can type in pen and then 255 comma 0 comma 0, sorry, pen down at first and then uh, two sorry. So if I type in the pen color, which is pen COLOR color, and then I can type a 255 comma 0 comma 0. My bad, sorry, I typed in color the wrong spin. So if I type in pen color and then a particular color that I've given such as 0 comma 0, this will print red color. So if I move 100, this will go on the green color. If I type in another color, which is pen color, and then 0 comma 255 comma 0, COLO color, and then 255, sorry, 0 comma 255 comma 0, and move by 100. This will give us the green color. And if I this is subject, so the pen new command working create three different colors. So if I go again and if I type in COLO color and then 0 comma 0 comma 255, this will go on and give us the blue color. So if I go and move on red, this will show us a green color, and this works properly. So I'll take the yes. Pen with a pen, sorry, so the next thing we'll see is how the RGB color works. So the relevant code, I guess, is handle pen command. So if I handle pen color command, so if I find this method right here, this is the method that works when we type pen color. So the first thing is obviously error handling and everything else like that, and this is also an error handling for the same mistake that people tend to make is the value. So for example, in the RGB color, the value must not increase from 255, which is handled by this if operation right here, if statement right here. There are a lot of things that can be done, that is done right here. So this is the main method that works to create a new color. So new color method, this triggers the color method and passes three different colors, which are red, green, and blue, and the red, green, and blue color mixes and then creates a new color right here. And set pen color sets the new color of that particular color. So this is working absolutely well. A pen with command that alters pen with after drawing, show it in your code, so the new command working. So for pen with command, pen, so pen width obviously works absolutely fine. So when user type pen width, it expects a parameter, and if you go to this file right here, um, this triggers the method called as set stroke and width. So width is the parameter that user inputs, and set strokes alters the size of the stroke that we are working with. So if I go and if I turn it right 90 degree, and then if I go to pen width, and then I can type like 20. Now the pen width is set to 20, and if I go and type move 100, the size will be obviously increased, which we can see right here. this works properly. Now next thing is a triangle size command that draws an equilateral triangle. So it in your code, so that new triangle command working, you don't have to have the moving over the triangle. You don't have to have the turtle move over the triangle. Okay, I don't know what this is. So if I type, so first what I'll do is I'll clear this and I'll reset the position of our turtle. So if I type triangle and 200, this will create a triangle with equilateral triangle with the width of 200. This works properly, this works very fine. It also shows an feedback which says drew an equilateral triangle with side length of 200. So everything side is 200. um, so for this, what I've done is, this works properly. Now the main function that is working is draw triangle, and this is what is working. So private void triangle, and for side inside, this is basic for loop to create a triangle. This is really simple for loop which we have implemented, and this works by forwarding the by forward command, right, like this, and the right, and every angle is 120 degree. So if it goes move and then 120-degree rotate and then move again and 120 degrees, so this works by that. We can also alter it if we want to create a triangle that is left. We can obviously do it by just typing left right here. So this works perfectly. A further triangle command which specifies three sides that draw a triangle hint. Look at polygons. So this I have obviously done. I'll show this at first in my code. So to draw a three-sided triangle, we have used this method called as draw arbitrary triangle, which obviously needs three different integer points. Now, now what it does is that it calculates angle of C and A using cosine formulas, uh, C and A using cosine formulas, and uses the angles and side to draw a triangle. It also uses math.2 degrees, math.2 degrees right here. You can see, um, this to create a triangle. This is the relevant code for this example, which is obviously void draw arbitrary triangle, and then everything will be drawn from this particular point. If I try this in my here, so if I can do, what I can do is triangle, and then I can specify three different sides. To make it simple, we'll just type everything similar like 100, and then we can type 100, and we can type 100. So this draws an equilateral triangle. The logic is same as previous, but only difference is that we can now put three different attributes. So what I can also do is I can create a bigger triangle with different parameters. For example, I can draw is what I can do is draw, and then I can do is 150 for right like this, and then I can do is 175 comma 175. This will also, oh sorry, my bad, triangle, and then I can do is 150, and I can do is 125 comma 125. So this will also create one type of a triangle, and with three different sides. This works properly. Things that are not a specific requirement in the marking scheme, anything else to add. So I did try to add many things, but the code is really complex, and I don't want to make it more complex. So I've done some simple things that is not that great, but still I guess is very helpful for the user using this command. So the first thing what I've done is I've created a help box. So what help box really is, it is type of a box, obviously, which contains all the list of parameters and all the list of commands that we can use. For example, if I type in help, and it will show everything, every command that it works, everything that can be done via this program. um, for example, I can create different shapes, which are star. I guess it is only star, that is star, circle, and I can also create a hexagon. um, Another thing, what I can do is show history. So I can click on, and I can see the history what I've done, which are right here. uh, Basically this saves file. uh, so I can also do I can also load command. These are the basics. And one thing that I can do is F operation. If I click on F operation, then it will simple it will open this help tab, which come with just one thing. I can do four different things by typing one command. So if I type in load command, then I can just load any of the file uh, that I want to do. So I can just open any of these, and I can save commands, and I can also load command from here. uh, this I try to integrate in this same file, in this same frame, but it was a bit difficult for me to do. So I hope you guys like this demo. Thank you for thank you for thank you for looking at this demo for this long. Thank you, everyone.